Alrighty. Alrighty. So I let them know that we were getting started, but they are still talking. So I'm gonna just start it up here on my own. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's the Faded Seattle Files Dresden File role playing game using the Fate Core system. Once it kind of calms down in the dialogue, I'll flip us back over so that you can hear them as well. We have a new player joining us. It's the storyteller's husband, and we're kind of excited about that. So we'll just give him another moment. And I'll put this notifications out so that's there too. Speaking Speaking of calling it as we sees it, we are live now. I've already done a little quick introduction because you guys were still going, and it's fine. Don't worry about it. But hello, here we are. Everybody here in the full. Um, Folks, go ahead and give a chance to introduce yourselves, who you are, who you're playing. I'll start it out since I'm already talking. So I am playing Alexandrite, Avaricia, Wraith, and Emotion Vampire. Emotion Vampire, yep. I almost said Energy Vampire, but that's a totally different game that we could play in the shadows. What we play in the shadows. Oh man, that would be a great name for it. What we play in the shadows. Oh, love it. I'm an emotion vampire, White Court. I make people feel greedy, and I am super greedy myself. Um, so that's that, and popcorn to Dougler because Dougler's always my target for that.
Well, that never happens.
Oh,
Hi,
Got the
everybody.
game this
I'm
time.
Shay. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Shay, or Shay the Fan, Twitch and Twitter. And today I'm playing Maeve Kili, the changeling of the Winter Cart.
also, real quick, Dougler, do yours again because I didn't unmute the audio on Streamlabs, so they didn't hear you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Dougler93. I'm playing Derek Williams, the Oracle Law student who now has a new puppy.
Cool. Shay, who you popcorning to?
Oh, let's popcorn to Brian.
Hello, I am Brian. I am playing Justin Thought, the resident crafter with a dark family fast. So I will pop it over to Chris.
I am Richard Weber, a folklore architect student who also is haunted by a spirit who may or may not be his dead brother, but definitely is also something a bit Stephen King inspired. And I will be passing the popcorn over to somebody who has not been a full-time player yet, but hopefully now will be. Nathan?
Hello,
Nathan
I am
Fillion.
Nathan.
Wow. Sorry.
Yes, I am Nathan Fillion. Don't mind the voice; it's just a cold.
You just have to put a little more inflection into it.
And I will be playing Daniel, just a totally normal dude. Don't look too far into that. And I will pass it on over to Samara.
Just a reminder for those who may have been watching the previous episodes, Daniel's also Dougler's character's roommate. So I am the story master. I am also the wife of the person who was just speaking. And we are at a point where I believe we are pending up to Pledge Week, as well as wrapping up any other errands the characters wanted to do. We will also have the chance now to introduce Daniel more properly. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds
All
great.
right. So when we left off our chapter heroes, you guys had just gone to Chinatown, and you were heading back to your dorms to settle in for the upcoming pledge week. We will go ahead, and since you are going back to the dorms and Dugler has an addition to the dorms, why don't we go ahead and switch our scene over to Dugler Brewer entering the dorm where Daniel is currently studying, something that he does incessantly.
Yeah, so Derek's gonna enter and hold the door open for Brewer to come in. Hey Daniel.
There is a very large puppy.
Oh, hey, man. What's up?
Yeah, sorry, I should have brought up before, but Derek's gonna lean down, just kind of scratch Brewer's neck. So I did tell you I have epilepsy, and this guy right
Brewer-
here is going to be my service dog to help give warnings about that. I kind of based on giving you a heads up for that. Sorry.
Brewer is promptly sniffing literally everything.
It's a service dog. Cool. I get it. I mean, that's, if that's something you need medically. Our dorm is like 10 square feet.
The
Yeah,
dog is underneath of Daniel's bed.
Buddy, nope. That's not mine. You stay on that side.
You just see like a little fluffy butt that
Derek's going to walk
trying
over and just
grab.
kind of pull him out.
He has the handle of a briefcase. Long case.
Nope, drop it.
No,
Drop it.
that's not for puppies.
Derek's going to do the whole bite pressure on the side of the mouth thing just to no, that's not good.
Brewer just kind of looks up at you.
Buddy, that's not ours.
Goes to bite it again.
No. Derek's going to
Daniel's
pick
gonna-
him up.
Daniel's gonna pull the case away. It's something you've noticed under his bed before. It looks like some kind of almost like a guitar case that is about as long as he is tall.
Okay. Oh. There's also something different other than the puppy that Daniel might notice. Derek has a charm around his wrist. Whether or not Daniel knows what that charm is about, it is there. Sorry. He's just curious. I'll make sure he doesn't go through your stuff.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll find a better place for this.
So I saw the case before, but do you play guitar?
Something like that. It's kind of complicated. It's like church stuff. I don't want to. You're not interested in that, I'm sure.
We're roommates. I should know some stuff about you, I guess.
I mean, if you don't mind me asking, are you like religious?
Gonna say a bit agnostic. I don't have a church that I follow, but at least something is out there. Haven't found one that fits me, I guess.
I understand. It can be. Faith is a complicated thing for a lot of people. Um, I don't like to try and push mine on anyone. I don't really believe that helps, but I mean, if you ever want to talk about it, though, I'd be happy to.
Well, definitely keep that in mind.
Daniel is like very awkwardly putting this case like on his bed against a corner so it's away from the puppy, but it's like something that took up the majority of the space underneath his bed. It's much larger than like a guitar case normally would be.
Yeah, Derek's gonna put Brewer down on his bed, like, okay, just explore this here, okay, buddy?
Brewer sits, wagging his tail, looking at you. And the moment you turn to your back, he's off the bed, underneath your bed.
Underneath my bed?
Yes.
Like, that's fine there, yeah.
Do you store anything underneath your bed?
Uh, probably like an empty suitcase. Nothing
You
too
hear
major because
some-
yeah,
Creaking underneath your bed?
Derek's gonna look under.
That dog is chewing through your suitcase.
Yeah, I got you toys. Derek's gonna go to the bag that he brought in with her and like, you know those like 3 round ball shaped things that are pushed together like a little pyramid? That are supposed to be indestructible but can last like a week with a big dog.
The really determined dog.
The Kongs, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey buddy, I got you this.
He sniffs it.
Look, I can put a treat inside it too.
Watches you.
Grabs the treat, puts it inside.
Takes the Kong and starts playing to get the treat. Then you realize that this dog is far into intelligence for its own good. Because it plays with it, sniffs it a little bit, picks it up, and turns its head to the side and drops the treat out.
Sorry.
You need peanut butter.
Yeah.
Then eats the treat.
Is there anything, any vibes this dog is giving off that adds to the strangeness? Daniel's gonna kind of give it a good look.
So you can roll a lore.
That's not bad. That's a 3.
So you know Chinatown's around here. You know what a Tibetan Mastiff looks like, and you know that Tibetan Mastiffs are bred to look similar to foo dogs. And this is a Tibetan Mastiff mix of some kind.
Hey, where'd you get this dog?
Oh, was talking to somebody and they actually suggested I go to this place in Chinatown. Because the guys are supposed to be really intelligent, which it's gonna be hard to hide anything from him.
After the puppy has chewed its treat, by the way, it starts nudging the bag where the incense are.
Okay, you want some? Derek's gonna take out one of the sticks. Like, do you mind if I light this? It's supposed to keep him calm.
Honestly, if it's gonna calm it down, go for it.
Derek's gonna open a window first and then light one.
So I assume you like light it and put it on like your bedside table.
Yeah.
Puppy kind of like puts its paws on the top of your bedside table and is standing like on its hind legs and sniffing the smoke. Kind of like, I like the smell.
So, were you given any special instructions, like don't feed it after midnight, or?
Yeah, I guess that too.
He's,
Yes.
he's not a gremlin, but I do have some care instructions, yeah. He has a specific diet. Yeah, Derek has already looked through all this, but Douglas doesn't remember shit about it.
That's fair. It was a specific diet. It was veterinary requirements, and it was make sure that the incense are lit.
Yeah, I got set up a vet appointment for him as well.
I mean, if it hasn't gotten its shots yet, it's going to definitely need those.
It would have had its very first round of puppy shots.
Yeah, the paperwork says it has first round, but I think I have to get another round like a month. I know there's so many rounds of puppy shots.
I mean, just like make sure you clean up after it. I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, sorry about not giving me a heads up. Just completely missed my mind.
No, that's fine. I mean, I forgive you.
Yeah, I should
Daniel-
probably take him out to walk, so I don't have to worry about cleaning anything up.
Daniel, while he's saying he forgives you, does not look like he forgives you for any of this.
Yeah, that's fair.
My lord says I should forgive you, but I'm just not sure.
The puppy is sniffing the incense, but like as you guys are talking, it keeps eyeing that case. But it's also eyeing his bed. It's been told it's not allowed on his bed.
I
It
need some
starts-
control maker.
Sniffing around, and it quote unquote accidentally bumps the bed in such a way that the case goes to fall over.
Okay, Derek catches the case before it does fall. Like, dude, come on.
You can roll an athletics. I'll let you do.
Okay, and
How heavy is that?
oh, can I add coffee to this?
Yes.
It barely tips over. He just pokes it with a finger.
So the dog does this, Nathan, and you see him just like shoot his hand out, like, stop it.
That was some Spider-Man stuff right there.
I have good reflexes.
I guess you do. All right. You know what? I think I've got another place I can put this. Just until we train the puppy a little bit not to, chew things up. Like the case is like an old family case and all that, so I just want to make sure it's taken care of. I'm
Oh,
just
of course,
gonna take this and I'll be back. Pop, you and I are gonna have to talk later. Set some ground rules. Man to man.
Puppy goes to follow him.
Brr, stay.
Can I
Does
guess
Brewer
you
stay?
What I
It's
do?
not yours.
Daniel's doing that thing where like he's awkwardly having one foot out to make sure the dog doesn't follow him out the door.
Brewer starts whimpering. because his new friend just left.
My
he'll be
friend
back,
is
buddy.
gone and I love him.
I have just met you and I love you.
Darren's gonna pet the puppy, and he's also gonna take out his phone into the group chat and say, and just type out, I'm thinking trying to set up a meeting with the
Is that? So the dog
SUI?
crawls under his bed again, by the way, while you're trying to set that up.
Brewer, get out from under there.
He comes out this time with a small wooden box in his mouth. It looks surprisingly similar to the Dybbuk box that Justin set up.
Huh. Buddy, I don't think you should be touching that. Derek's gonna put his hand out for Brewer to give it to him.
He does. It's a little bit larger and a little bit flatter.
Derek's gonna go to put it back where Brewer got it from. Like, I think that's a Dybbuk box, buddy.
Brewer pulls it back out and opens it.
God damn it.
This fucking smart dog.
It is a Catholic demonology exorcism book. There's also candles, holy water, and an old, like, Latin, Italian, Romic, like, vase bottle type thing. There's a silver cross, and some other small effects in that same vein.
It would also include a wooden stake and mallet.
As well as holy wafers.
Okay, so it's an exorcism kit. I'm room with Exorcist, which doesn't cross off Archangel.
Brewer is now wagging his tail like he did a good.
I found a
Okay,
secret.
it's good for me to know this. Derek's gonna close it back up. You just put it under there like, I think we should go for a walk, buddy.
Your dog's
Wanna go
gonna like
Your
perform
dog
some
jumps up and
ritual.
walks.
Yes, he'll sprinkle his own holy water.
Now, out of curiosity, did you get a leash for him?
Yeah, I got everything he needed for him. Even got him a little bandana,
1 second.
vest thing he's saying. Service dog in training and all that.
Oh, no. But I can throw one together.
Did now correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't last week wasn't he like I don't do leashes?
No, the guy didn't have leashes.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
pet
okay.
store didn't.
So
So, Derek
when
had to
you
stop
put
by
a-
another place to grab things.
When you put a leash on him, he's very patient to let you do so. You likely would choose a harness over like any kind of neck lead just because it is a support animal and that does tend to be the way to handle that, especially as a puppy. It's a little bit easier to control them.
Mhm.
But also, how much does Derek weigh?
Oh no.
Oh no!
Who's
He's
leading
about
who?
6 foot, average build.
So,
Maybe
like-
170, 180.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever walked a dog that is 50 pounds of pure dog muscle.
I have
Who
when I was
has
a child.
Determination. Yeah, remember, you know how, like, you said when you were a child? So as a child, I'm sure you got drug around. That can still happen to you as a grown-ass adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially with a fucking demigod dog.
Yeah, can confirm.
Demidog.
Or
Dimmadog.
just a normal dog.
Doug Dimmadog.
He's sniffing the ground, and he takes off.
Oh shit! Derek's following.
You can either
He's not going.
let go, or you can run after with it attached to your little wrist to follow.
I'm running after. It's like, this is not how I expected our first run to go.
In Seattle's university, it's a Catholic school, so there's actually a church on campus. It takes you to that church where you see Daniel having a discussion with one of the nuns.
They're sort of just like, okay, buddy, slow down. We're just gonna go for a jog, okay? Don't remove my arm, please.
He's still going towards Daniel.
Listen, I know this isn't procedure, but I can't keep this case in my room anymore. It's compromised. I will explain everything inside.
Oh. Dang.
Is that why? The nun looks at Derek and the dog dragging Derek.
Oh,
Like a
hey!
parachute.
Brewer sits down next to Daniel and is wagging his tail like he's a good boy.
I think he missed you a lot. How?
Just casually pop your arm back in its socket.
Basically,
The nun is just like, was kind of had her hands like at her stomach, like that like resting hand thing, and just slowly turns into the arms crossed looking at both of you.
So,
I miss. I'm
you want to
Derek.
actually thread the your whole hand through it, so it's around your wrist next time. That way you can lean back with your shoulders and hips, and probably
It is
control
like
the
that.
dog then. Maybe I need to take you to the gym.
Yeah, possibly. Sorry, guess Brewer wanted to see where you're going.
She just
Hi, sister. Sorry.
her arms crossed. She hasn't said anything beyond what she's already said. She reaches out, grabs the case by the handle, and walks inside, giving Daniel a look.
I hope I'm not getting you in trouble.
It's fine. I'm usually in trouble. You know, priest stuff.
Yeah. So,
Well, I
is
guess
the
we
church
should.
you volunteer at then?
Yeah, more or less. Why don't we take the dog for a walk? I guess it probably hasn't had a chance to do its business yet.
Yeah, he kind of came right to you.
Daniel seems eager to distance himself from the church right now. And the woman who's somehow through the wall of the building still staring daggers at him.
Brewer happily goes for a walk. The walk results in you guys ending outside of the window of Justin and Richard's dorm room.
Really, buddy? You brought us here?
I know these people.
He stands up, and from inside your dorm, Justin and Richard, you hear whimpering.
I go to the window. This dog is amazing, and I get another chance to see it. I go to the window.
I make my way out the dorm and go out to meet the dog.
It stops whimpering when the window's open, and is just like wagging its tail happily. Like, look, I brought friends.
Yeah, okay, I will go down and see it face to face too.
And I have officially brought a frisbee.
Standard
Frisbee?
college gear.
Yeah.
The puppy looks at the frisbee and is like, "What's that?"
It lasts 2
Uh,
minutes.
Oh,
I'm
God.
going to roll light
Okay.
and
Now I will
just-
say, Derek, you've seen your friend come out with a frisbee.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh no,
Oh, yeah.
oh no.
You have a
Derek's
leash
trying to
on
get
your
the
arm.
leash
right
officer.
as he
Like,
does,
oh god,
as
oh
he's
god,
going,
oh
oh
god.
no. I'm gonna call it. This is gonna be fun, and I really want to see what happens. And do this roll.
So
Such a
this is
good
competing,
friend.
I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. So, I would say athletics to get the thing off before he.
Do I still have coffee?
Yeah, I'll let you guys both have coffee still.
Okay, coffee. This is going to hurt. I'm going to call that if I fail. I'm an oracle, so I can see this coming.
But you don't need to be an oracle to see this coming.
Okay, so coffee. This hurts. And 5. Crap. Shit.
Daniel.
Can I spend a
Lying
fate
to
point
himself.
to activate Echo a feature?
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us up to match.
Okay. So you just managed to get out of it before Brewer tears off after the bait toy.
You, sir, are a dick.
That is, yeah. So, well, you know that's supposed to be a service dog, right? I'm not sure if training a service dog to go running after frisbees is the best idea.
It comes back with the frisbee about stops like 10 feet away from you guys, sits down and starts chewing the frisbee.
I'm not getting it back.
And I have it back.
I can tell you from experience, you have to fight to get it back.
The puppy is chewing on it.
And it's only going to last 2 minutes if you let it keep going.
Well, he's still dogs. We can still play with him, but there's some motion like you can try to get it back.
It's your dog. I just wanted to see what would happen. I can get a new frisbee.
Don't teach the service dog to.
He's not currently on the job. so-
I'm sorry. My friend here is a idiot sometimes.
I simply turn to you and go, "This is to train at patience."
Derek's gonna go down one knee and just kind of clap his hands like, "Come here, buddy. Bring it here."
When you actually say here, it looks up.
Go, bring the toy here if we can play some more.
It gooches,
Got a little closer, buddy.
gooches,
Come on.
gets within arm's reach.
Can I have the frisbee, please? Can you play fetch more?
Holds the frisbee up,
Slowly goes to take the frisbee.
snatches it away.
Well, if it makes you feel better, man, and I'm talking to Nathan's character here, we'll be out of your hair in a week, probably.
No take, only throw.
Huh? What's that?
Yes, we've been invited to Pledge Week for a fraternity.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's cool.
Huh.
Hey, Samira, what's the fraternity called?
Let's see. What did I name the ladies' fraternity? Sorority, I mean. Let's hope I wrote it down.
Ladies is Phi Theta.
So this is Phi Gamma, we'll say.
And yeah, thanks again for letting us stay when our room was trashed. That was very generous of you.
I mean, that's no problem. You know, I mean, I get bad stuff happens sometimes, and when people need help, you help them. That's just what you do. Did you say you're pledging to Phi Gamma?
That is
That's
the
the one.
Yeah.
Daniel has no poker face. It's clear that he has a strong reaction to that he is trying to mask.
Okay.
Okay.
Would alertness or
No.
investigation work with that? Or contact?
That would be one of the social ones, probably.
Could I actually roll scholarship based on the university?
Apply here. No.
Okay.
Lore would apply, but not scholarship.
Well, I'm saying history of the fraternity,
Here's the thing.
judging toward the school.
You know, the sorority is the supernatural sorority. You were told that much, and you guys were given an invitation to the supernatural fraternity. It doesn't take rocket science to realize that it's probably related to that specifically, but if you want more, I just need to find the appropriate skill.
I think it's empathy.
Yeah. I wanted to double check. So empathy would work. Rapport could also be used. But you would have to initiate more discussion.
You know what? I look him dead, not dead in the eyes, because dead in the eyes can do weird things when it comes to magic, but like a little bit below his eyes.
The tip of his nose?
Look him in
the
the
tip of his
face.
nose. Yes, I look him in the face.
You actually pick up when you even go to look at that nose. He kind of catches that enough that he noticeably looks away. It's immediately clear that he is deliberately avoiding eye contact.
Right.
I'm just gonna
Has
flat
he
out ask
noticed
him,
that all of us are wearing a certain charm? The exact same charm.
I'm trying to think if he would be trained.
I can roll alertness, see if I pick up on that.
And I would like to roll alertness plus coffee plus I'm not crazy, because I am convinced this guy is not like just a normal dude. If he catches. Is that fine?
One sec. So, what did you ask, Chris?
I want to roll alertness to catch him, but I'd like to take I'm not crazy because I'm convinced this guy is not a normal guy, and coffee.
Okay. And you're just trying to catch that he's like acting weird.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
I have a 0 on my alertness, so I'm guessing I don't actually notice.
No.
So that would be a 2 bonus? Or is coffee?
coffee was a 2.
Yeah, coffee's a 2.
So it's a 3.
Okay. So you catch him acting like someone who knows not to look a mage in the eyes.
Okay. I am being haunted by a spirit who may or may not be my brother who has been erased from existence.
Derek stares. And Richard's like,
I am done with this bullshitting around. Now you.
Yeah.
Daniel very slowly takes off his necklace that has a cross on it, and just as slowly brings it over to touch on you, just to see if it burns.
It does not. Assuming you let it touch you.
You know what? I'm gonna let it touch me.
Your brother, however, is fucking laughing.
Yeah, wrong thing. He doesn't care about crosses.
Just fucking losing it laughing.
Derek's gonna look around to see if there's any people around us.
Not really. Keep in mind, you guys went to like the side of the dorm because of the dog. So like, most people don't hang out by a window at the side of a dorm.
You know, if you guys don't actually fully have this conversation, I've got a big yard.
Yeah.
If you
God damn it, I
want
have
help
to-
with that, I am a trained exorcist.
I laugh at this. Like,
Dog just wags
Trust
his tail,
me.
Like, I knew that.
trust me.
Like, yes, boy, you got your
Better
right
men
ears.
than you have tried. He ain't
Yeah, that was
leaving
just
until I leave.
mean.
Yeah, that was kind of a dick thing to say.
Yeah, that was kind of mean.
Okay, sorry. We had a very long last week.
No, I get it. But honestly, when it comes to faith, it's not really an issue of being a better man.
Okay,
That's correct.
that was sorry. Yeah, I will apologize for that one, but he's not going anywhere until I'm gone.
Your average turnaround would be for paperwork.
Hmm?
Your group. Like 2 days?
Does he have a mountain tag? I'm guessing not.
No, he does not. His phone does go off though.
Yeah, you will check it.
It's a text
Justin's
message.
gonna look down at his watch and figure out what time it is.
The text message says, incident 653 has been dealt with.
Daniel, looking at his text message, does have a noticeable eyebrow raise. He seems surprised at whatever the message says, but he just puts his phone away.
So, do we want to keep dancing around or be a little bit more open and honest?
I'm all for open and honest, but
Okay, let's go to your yard then, Justin. That's probably a better place.
Just
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna discuss any matters like this,
as a reminder,
it's always
there are
nicer to do it over food.
2 people missing from your group right now because they are at their dorms.
I
We
will
can shoot them a
text them.
text message just coming out to the house.
I'm texting them, hey, so the roommate actually is an exorcist. We're pulling him in to talk.
The response will just be about question mark, question mark, question mark.
He's a freaking exorcist. You don't think, as representatives of the mountain, having a freaking exorcist semi on our side might be useful.
Oh.
You don't.
I'm just going to text food.
Prue goes over to Richard, puts the frisbee down, and starts licking his hand.
Oh, you're a good boy. Okay, I will throw the frisbee. Athletics?
That's fine. Whatever you throw, that's fine. He doesn't go after the frisbee. I won't even make you roll. He's just licking your hand.
next
Oh.
next response will be, we're bribing him to join us with food, question mark.
I will give him pets.
Just to just text, no, I'm hungry, but it's never fun to eat alone.
Yeah.
Are you buying, question mark.
I'm cooking.
Brewer grabs your shirt sleeve and pulls you down to lick your
Oh.
face.
Okay, I get down because he is a good doggo. I have no problems with the dog.
Maeve, they're buying food or making food. Do you want free meal?
Do you know something I don't know? I'm okay. I'm eyeing the dog a
What's-
little bit here because.
Yeah, you're acting really high strung and stressed.
Oh, okay.
You're being
Yes.
snippy.
Okay.
This is the dog responding to you being snippy.
Okay.
It's going,
That's fine.
why are you unhappy? I'll make you happy.
Maeve, food.
Well, he's pretty good at coffee, so I'm sure it'll be great.
If his food is anything like his coffee, yeah.
I do want to make a phone call first.
Okay.
I'd like to call my
So-
dad.
Your dad answers. Hey, sweetheart.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How about you, babe?
I'm doing wonderful. Quick question.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, if I wanted to make myself a wand,
Mhm.
is there anything in particular I should be looking for, or should I just follow instructions?
In general, you just want to make sure you focus on it properly. The purpose of the wand is just to help you have a focal point for your magic. Wands are traditional, but that's also because they're kind of phallic. If you didn't want to do a wand, you could do a piece of jewelry. You could do a ring. What material are you hoping to use?
Well, I came across some bones that were given freely.
Yeah, so when you're dealing with bone, definitely do some research, because depending on what bone it is, you won't be able to carve it entirely, because the marrow will be hollow. So
Okay, so
depending on how thin you want it to be.
so like a fairy bone.
So,
Are my bones hollow?
sweetheart, human bones are kind of hollow in the sense that, like, marrow is in there.
Okay, so I don't
Not
have
like
like
a
bird bones.
Bird. No.
Did you-
Marrow is part of the bone, but it's the inner part that's soft and squishy and spongy.
Did you tell your dad you hit fairy puberty yet?
Oh, I also hit fairy puberty.
I'll have to text your mom about that one.
I was going to do that too. I have wings.
Sweet. Do you
I,
like
I, ha- I love them. I don't know how to fly yet. Do you think Mom is just going to tell me to leap off a building?
Probably.
Okay.
But I can see if I can get in touch with someone who's a little more educational if you need me to.
Oh, I'm very excited. There's someone here who actually is a summer changeling. She said she was going to teach me about wing maintenance.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'll send you a picture.
Okay. Let me go ahead and do some research on the bone thing. I'll also talk to your mom since you said that they are fey bones. Now, are they human size or are they like pixie size?
Oh, that's a good question. What size are they?
They were human size.
They're human size.
All right, so we're probably talking about like a Lianchi or something. So I'll take a look at them. I'll talk to your mom. Don't cook them or anything yet. I'll make sure that I give you the instructions on how to do that. Also, see if I can find any information on the thickness. If you can go ahead and send me a picture,
Certainly.
and also make sure to get any chain or crystal or anything like that that you like, and you might want to invest in a soldering iron.
That sounds more and more fun. I'm excited. All right.
So, yeah, because with the bone is conductive in the sense that it's a human, or in your case, fey, biological item. But metal is also a good use for magic focus because it's conductive, and there's that mental connection. So, but I'll get you some instructions. Just make sure that you think about what crystals you want on it, what if you want any beading or other decoration, stuff like that. All right, babe.
All right. Thank you, Dad.
All right. Love you, sweetheart.
Love you too.
All right, let's go.
Yep, and I'm going to take a picture of the bone and send that, and a picture of the wings and send that to him and my mom.
Okay.
I actually probably send it to both. Both to both.
Okay. Your mom would text you back. Lets you know when she'll call you tonight because she's in a meeting.
Yeah, busy lady.
Happens when you have a mom that's a queen.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready.
All right. So, ladies are ready. You guys having them meet up where you are, or are you guys going to another location to meet up?
Well,
I
Justin
mean,
said
they
he was
can meet
cooking.
us here. We can take the car, or they can meet us at the house. I can start cooking.
So, that's more of a question then for the girls. Do you want to ride with Justin, or are you going to do a separate ride?
What do you think, hun?
Are we? Well, I assume
We can ride with them, or we can Uber to his house.
I don't mind riding with them.
That's fair. It saves us from having to pay.
Thought you might like that.
She texts over to him, Uber, be ready in 5.
So, you guys head to Justin's bus, which is a VW bus. It's got like the shag carpet in the back and everything. It's very comfy looking. Daniel.
I always wanted to drive in style.
Mm-hmm.
When I see the dog, I ignore everybody else and sit, and then I just lean down and pet them and say, "Who's my favorite Demi dog?"
Just very happy puppy. Lots of attention, lots of friends. It's very happy.
Richard, as always, is white-knuckled and pale-faced when in that vehicle.
Daniel is texting the entire time.
So,
Oh, hello. Who's this?
This is my roommate, Daniel.
Nice to meet you, Daniel.
We heard so much about you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm Daniel. He seems like a little bit awkward, especially with the two ladies. There's definitely that, like, you know, that weird kid who's never really talked to a lot of people before kind of vibe.
Especially not girls.
Oh wow, more awkward than me. Okay.
We're all just kind of focusing on you too. That's
Well-
probably not helping.
Look,
Well, I'm
Oh,
sure.
come on, man. Drop your phone. Let's have a conversation, buddy.
Just gonna-
I'm sure. I'm sure Derek's told you everything about us. Like, just,
Not just yet, but
that's
No,
gonna be part of the
actually.
conversation
yeah.
if you are willing to let it be part of the conversation.
No, you haven't
I mean,
really
yeah.
elaborated on what the conversation is just yet.
what's this about a conversation?
He-
I thought we were having food.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
my intention.
We're doing both. I told him about
You're
my
doing-
brother.
Continue,
And
please.
he's an exorcist, so I figured, you know, we could talk, and maybe we could be useful for each other, especially considering our new career.
Wow, this is like a 180 for you. Usually you're not wanting to talk to anybody. Like
Honestly, it
anybody.
was surprising too.
Maybe it's because I'm now in a career where we will need friends.
So
Considering that our,
so you
can
got
I
to-
have your
you got to-
consent to tell him about what happened at the party?
Yeah, but how do you make friends by interrogating people?
Wait. I'm still thrown for a loop here. You got a job, and suddenly you have the confidence that you're not paranoid anymore.
Listen, I understand this can be awkward, and especially in this modern day and age, you know, people don't believe anymore. But like I told you, I know that ghosts and demonic spirits are real. And you don't have to be afraid to talk with that about me, and I'd be happy to help you with the Lord's grace. I do believe there is a path of salvation to free you of this possession from your brother.
I like
My
him.
brother's laughing, isn't he? He's absolutely
Very
laughing.
much.
I love that I get a Beetlejuice vibe from the brother.
Best.
Well, we're all a little bit
It's
special.
a
we'll
bit
say.
more complicated than that. Maybe it's just last weekend I
It's
had
always
to
complicated with family.
Maybe it's just last weekend I had to shoot someone, and now we have a job.
Why did you shoot someone?
Why are you so open about shooting people?
Daniel's eyes are about to leap out of his head. You what?
He was okay. This is what I wanted to talk about. He was making undead abominations, killing people. I shot him in the knee, and it indirectly led to his head squished by a bear. It's complicated.
Justin is simply driving and going, why do you have a gun now? If you're just going to openly do this? You do realize this is Seattle, right?
Maybe we should let Richard lead this conversation.
I just
think
love.
I'm
Beginning
super
to
invested to
understand.
see where it goes, honestly.
He tried
Okay.
to murder us with a undead abomination first.
Yeah, you know that flesh golem thing you saved me from?
Yeah, that.
The what? Like,
Are you still saying that's
You
not
got-
what you did?
you got mugged, like, outside our dorm. That was just, like, a dude.
Okay, no, I'm looking dead at him. Is he lying? Can I use alertness to see if he's lying?
You know that Dougler was attacked, and you guys used that information to find the attacker who had a flesh golem identical
Yeah.
to the one that tried to eat him.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll for that, dude.
No, I'm rolling to see if he's bullshitting.
Also,
Like this now, this angel thing could be something completely separate.
I mean,
Listen, I mean, I don't want to condemn any of your choices, but if going to a place where food is code for drugs, I'm not about that.
Wait, are we
It's-
doing drugs now? Awesome. Sorry, I mean not
No.
awesome.
It was
I
actually just
mean-
food, and Richard.
I was going to make some sandwiches.
I just wanted to make contacts considering our new job, and I figured a actual exorcist might be useful considering that a undead abomination tried to murder us, and
Oh, I'm still excited that your description of the story led to I shot someone and a bear came out.
That was pretty great. Shouldn't
Yeah, I
we
do
be
actually
shouldn't
enjoy
we
that
be
part.
discussing this with the representative if we're going to be taking him on, not just having him as like a tag along?
your representatives are
I mean,
Well,
Richard is the
we're
one
we're
that decided
actually
to tell him absolutely everything.
we're actually deputized. We're not really representatives.
yes. So
I meant the Sasquatch.
I like that guy.
He was pretty funny.
So wait, was it a bear or a Sasquatch? I'm trying to follow along here, and I gotta be honest.
okay, I will wind back.
Would you like me to
You know what? Yes, fine. At this point, you take over. I'll correct you if you go bananas. But at this point, I feel like I went bananas. It's on you first.
Oh no, it was fantastic. I enjoyed the story. So
Brewer
I think we
has,
were all pretty entertained.
started to stand between the two front seats, with his paws on the front dashboard, watching out the front window.
most dogs stick their heads out the sides. I go.
Actually,
straight
I'm gonna
ahead.
roll down the passenger window in the front
Does
seat.
not care. Continues to enjoy being front and center of this VW bus.
I am totally okay with this. I am going to pat the dog.
All right. So a little bit of context to make us seem a little less crazy than all of that. Turns out, someone was kidnapping folks who were
Magically inclined.
magically inclined, and doing terrible, ungodly things to their bodies, and that mugging you were talking about, I believe was you interrupting someone kidnapping Derek here for that very purpose. Found out that the sorority we were interested in, a friend of theirs, were one of the abductees. We started investigating. Someone tried laying a trap for us once we started digging, and turns out it was we realized it was a trap and invited a bear lady
A werebear.
along yes, a werebear, along with some of our new friends.
Couple of points of context. At one point, I touched an item. I have the ability to see the passive items, and I got to experience her death, so that was wonderful. And two, he tried to have the undead golem thing eat us. That's why I shot him. Because he was going to have us be eaten by a undead abomination. And it was in the knee. I was trying to take him alive. His death was not my intent.
So with one hand, Daniel has begun to rub the space between his eyes, and with the other, he has pulled out some prayer beads that he's kind of unconsciously going through. So, what you are all trying to tell me is that you are all magic or supernatural of some kind.
I'm an
And
oracle.
assuming this is all true, you think it's a safe idea to confide to me, a
Oh, absolutely
Catholic
not.
exorcist, because you think I would be an ally.
Oh, I think that's a terribly careless thing to do.
I will
I
say
simply say,
that
technically, a lot of
the
spiritual
ladies-
stuff is. Sorry.
sorry, I just want to remind the ladies that they were introduced to a Catholic cleric in the Phi Zeta sorority.
Oh yeah, no, this is more an expression of I just met you.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware.
Yeah. Oh, allow me to clarify. I think it's terribly careless to do with someone that we've just met. On, not to say there's anything wrong with you as a whole.
My context was he managed to save our friend from it in the past, ergo useful.
Did we ever actually
He's
ask
wrong as
if
a
he?
person.
Did we ever actually ask if he wanted to be involved in this?
Yeah. Do you actually want dinner?
And/or drugs?
No drugs.
I'm gonna say
No
no to
drugs.
drugs.
That's fair.
I was gonna say okay to dinner, but again, I just want to reiterate. Yeah, I helped my roommate from getting mugged because that's the right thing to do.
That is a very smart thing.
I mean, I agree with that, but I mean, on the whole thing of, are we all magically inclined and supernatural? I mean, you gotta realize, even within faith, at some point, some certain things are considered magical, and certain rituals do involve prayer
Oh, no.
and
prayer
the
is
magic
quite-
Oh,
of God's grace.
I'm just trying to say, man, the Catholic Church doesn't look kindly on a lot of what you all are trying to tell me right now.
How do you feel about fornication?
I mean, if you're married, then it's fine.
Okay.
Like,
I just figured we were laying everything on the table since you're already.
honestly, we're in college. I'm used to that one being thrown at me, like, out of the blue. So that one I'm a little bit more prepared for.
You were prepared for that one. Okay, that's
so,
good.
So you get propositioned a lot.
Have you seen him?
I mean,
Everybody-
yes, that's why I think so.
Like, we're at college. I'm trying to become a priest. Everybody asks me about drugs and sex. Like, that one, it's common.
Are you allowed to have sex before you become a priest?
Do you know about the red text?
Have you seen a boob?
Have you met Mary Magdalene?
No, to pretty much all of those.
Well, I really would have thought you'd seen the red text.
I would have thought you might have seen a boob.
I figured you could at least try it before you give it up.
Again, like, sex before marriage is still a sin. Like, even if I wasn't trying to become a priest, just being Catholic means I believe that.
What if you were married before you became a priest? And like something tragic happened. Would it disqualify you still?
No, that's there. There are priests who are married. It's not a common practice for Catholics, but it is. There are
sex
faiths that believe that and
procreation.
allow that. That's not inherently an issue.
So this will be my last poking fun at you question. So, if you guys choose not to believe in forms of protection, why are you wearing a seatbelt?
Okay, to be fair, that one was really good.
I mean, I agree.
She's like, and I promise that's the last one.
I mean, that one really wasn't bad, actually. That was pretty funny. I'm gonna allow that one.
All right, he's cool in my books. If he can laugh at that, that's.
I think so. I'm in agreement.
So, you all good with Rubens and matzo ball soup?
Given everything I've just been told, and I do have the prayer beads in my hands,
Mhm.
I would like to silently use a fate point and pray for guidance. Are the people in this vehicle trustworthy?
Does 4 or 5 count?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll conviction
3 of 5?
and
3
see
of
what
5.
guidance I have on that question.
Go ahead.
Look,
Justin's
I-
people did kill his Lord and Savior, so he might be disqualified too.
We all know that God is the eldritch entity of pure love.
So that is a 3.
Okay. So all of them glow to a degree. There is also the dog glowing and an additional glow. The dimmest glow is the one that is floating and seems unattached to an individual in the car. The second dimmest is Alexandrite. The others glow at a comfortable level, with the dog being blinding as fuck.
That dog holy as fuck.
The fact that they are glowing for you means that they're all at least potentially beneficial to you.
Some less so.
Right.
I'm gonna look the dog straight on. Do you vouch for all of them?
The dog does not realize you are initially talking to him yet, because he is standing at the front of the vehicle, paws on the front dashboard, tail wagging as he watches the car, everything.
Who's this tail hitting?
So,
Are you-
you mentioned a thing not attached to anyone.
Yes.
Can I roll alertness?
You do not see the glowing.
Yeah, that would just be for his thingy.
Fair. Because I have speak with ghosts.
Yeah, but also you know for a fact that one of your group keeps saying they have an entity following them.
Ah.
Anyway. What are you doing to get the dog's attention? Because the dog does not realize you are talking to him.
Oh, okay. Brewer.
Comes, like, pops down and, like, comes over, wagging its tail, looking at you.
Alright. This is serious question time, Brewer. Do you understand? Do you vouch for these people?
Kind of looks at them all. Wag, 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 wag.
Alright. You can't be telling people stuff like this, not strangers. Not in a place like this.
Well, for right now in a van. But I do say that in the alley beside the school was kind of a suspect place, we'll say.
There are parts
That's
of the Catholic Church that are very aware of the supernatural. And for the most part, their job is to terminate them.
and you're okay with that.
You just told me about how there was a monster using undead to try to kill people.
Fair point. Absolutely. Fair point.
No, real quick.
I
Everyone
mean,
has seen the inside of the van that I just posted.
Yep.
Brewer is now climbing on top of people. Go on.
I pit the brewer.
hey, try to keep my seats clean. But I'm okay with this. He's a good dog.
Best boy.
And I will say, I was openly trying to tell you all this stuff, except our buddy Dick here decided to kind of open his mouth.
Fair point. I may have. I thought it would be useful to have more allies.
Frankly
Your
speaking, he
brother's
still
like,
doesn't know what
"Don't
Maeve
tell
and
me
I
you're
are.
Lonely. You're a lonely, lonely little motherfucker."
He doesn't know what Maeve and I are yet,
That
so that's
too.
fine.
I am, and I may still be. Yeah. Anyway.
Richard is agreeing to a disembodied voice that you don't hear.
He still doesn't know what Maeve and I are, so it's fine.
I mean, he doesn't know what anyone but me is. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so you didn't tell him everything then?
No, I was very clear that I wanted everyone's consent for what was told.
Oh.
His brother.
I only said.
He's just a lonely, lonely little motherfucker that wants friends. He didn't say really much shit about me either. Telling Maeve because that way Maeve can also.
Oh, she doesn't have her headphones on currently. 1 second, she's washing her hands.
Okay.
Do I hear that now that it's been acknowledged as a dual unity?
No, because you see it like move,
sorry.
like interacting, but you don't hear anything right then. You don't have the sight or anything that would give you the ability to at the moment.
Sorry, spaced out there.
So, Richard's brother tells you Richard is a lonely, lonely little motherfucker, but really only talked about himself, and even that wasn't enough to provide this guy with much information. Also points out that this guy is giving you guys a lot of shit for being a stranger and you guys telling him this stuff, but he also got in a car and is going to an undisclosed location with a bunch of strangers. So, like, this guy's also talking a lot of shit. Just because Richard's brother's kind of a dick, too. And only you and Richard can hear him, so he's, talking to the people that can listen to him.
Okay, yeah, I am a lonely, lonely motherfucker, as you put it, who may or may not be going through a breakdown. So,
I mean, you're scared. It's understandable.
All right, I'm still your friend.
I mean, for what it's worth, I think your brother's pretty cool.
Apparently you
dick
think more than
is-
he's cool.
I mean, I think we've all figured out you've had an experience.
Not that you would know.
Would we like to find out?
Are you asking?
Well, that's a good time.
I get to at least watch, right?
no one can
talk
stop
a
you
lot.
from watching.
You can participate with
No one can-
knowing.
She can tell me not to watch. She would see if I'm watching, dumbass.
You really think those books will help you?
We can always put them to the test. I haven't had any complaints.
Wham, wham.
They are now actively talking about fucking, by the way.
Do you
I mean,
consider?
I still got to get your measurements anyway, so.
Richard is whacking his head on the back of like the seat. Wham, wham.
If you could have whacked your head, it's the wrong head.
And yet you're still the best friends I've ever had.
Aw,
That's because they're the only friends you've ever had.
we're fond of you too,
Oh,
fella.
That's your fault.
Oh,
And I'm pointing at the air. That's your fault. At least you like these ones.
I'm going to make it a
All
point
the
to go,
innuendo.
Daniel, we apologize, but it is very amusing to make Richard uncomfortable.
So easy
Oh,
to
yeah.
do.
I mean, what are you apologizing for? All of the innuendo has gone over his head.
In your endo.
Uh,
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he's a summer child. Got it.
It's okay.
It might be some time before he hits spring.
Okay.
I mean, it's fall, so it's gonna be a few months. Yeah.
I bet it is.
Let's go and make sandwiches.
Yes, definitely a
So-
few months.
You guys managed to get to Justin's house. You are taken to the nice part of town. There is a McMansion in front of you, more or less, with a guest house to the side. That Justin is pulling into.
All right, so I did order some materials. They may be on the front porch. Let's go check the front porch first, and we can get rid of that stuff, and then I can start making some food.
Your Amazon package is there. And when you step into the house, you see a Methuselah with
Huh?
telling Daniel what he sees when you guys go into the house.
Now,
Because when you guys step into your house, one you're getting your Amazon packages, but when you step in, he has the Methuselah. You see the Methuselah.
yes,
hey, Justin.
yes,
We're heading inside, right?
I would think so. Yeah,
All of us?
I mean, that's where I'm going to be cooking.
Myself included?
You've already been inside before. You should be good.
Okay, as long as I'm still allowed inside. She steps in.
You know the rules.
That's not why I asked.
There are special rules.
For some of us.
Well, I just
Don't
think
steal
it's
shit.
Yeah, don't steal shit, Exorcist. That would be weird.
But do touch the mezuzah before you go in.
Methuselah. Sorry, I was saying Methuselah.
Mezuzah.
Yeah, Methuselah is something different.
Yeah.
I will do the touching ritual.
Touch, touch, touch. What's this do?
Daniel would touch it.
Got to poke, like, poke it.
Oi,
Okay.
what does this do exactly?
So, it is to basically be peaceful when you enter our house. There is a Jewish prayer inside.
Oh.
So first off, I do want a little respect for my faith.
Daniel actually is able to read it. He reads it out loud.
Well, that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
neat. Okay. after everything, please just be straight with me. What did you actually see with your roommate that night? Because I was full disclosure. Please.
I saw a man in a trench coat trying to attack him.
You didn't
Was
see his
it-
chest open up? Because I was in that thing. That was not fun.
Didn't you also try to say I was like an archangel or something?
I saw a flaming sword and wings.
I lean in real close and say, "Are you?"
I really am just a guy, just a human.
Yeah, I rolled empathy.
Well,
Yeah, you can roll it.
I would like to call supernatural scholar.
Okay.
Three.
So you don't know what he is for sure, but you do know if Jugler had a vision or some sort of connection through something like the sight, it might not be a literal interpretation. It might be like a seeing of one's true self. So even if he's not an actual archangel, he very easily could be a very good person who's a warrior, who's, think about what an archangel is at the core of what it is, and that he could have enough association that it was viewed as him being an archangel.
Okay. So I straighten up and look at Derek and say, "I think his soul is just spotless."
Daniel did not give you any sense that he was lying when he said he's just a human. So at the
Okay.
very least, you feel like he believes he's telling the truth.
okay. A more full disclosure. Part of the reason that I wanted to discuss it was because I actually did think you were like, and that could be helpful if anything else goes wonky again.
So, I will say this. You're enough of a fighter and enough of a kind person that you were mistaken for an angel.
So
What
I'm
makes you
just
think
gonna
I'm a fighter? I've never fought anything before. I mean, that, like, I scared that guy off, but I didn't do anything.
Fighting's more than just swinging your fists.
You 100%
I
get
mean,
the
they
vibe
do
he
call
lied
it
that time.
pacifist.
For everyone who heard, you get the vibe that he lied about that part.
Hmm. In that case, I just like elbow him in the side and say, "Sure you are."
I'm gonna text you guys on the magic phone through my pocket. So I'm gonna guess we're not gonna mention to him our shit. We already mentioned it to him.
Yeah, you already threw the cat out of the bag of
Yeah.
most of your bags.
Yeah.
Yep.
No information is given freely.
There's only one course of action: kill all who know.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, we're
We just
not
need to Tom
killing
Holland
him.
Richard all the time. We don't have any problem with that. Just Tom Holland and Richard. See how he says something, just cover his mouth.
Brewer, by the way, is actively sniffing around the house and pulling out anything he finds that's not normal. Like all supernatural items that are on this floor, that are not locked
There are
in?
no supernatural items on this floor.
You have nothing that's been enchanted or anything.
He could be sniffing the runes, but mostly everything is kind of kept
He is digging at
downstairs.
the runes then. He is digging at the runes like, look, I found a toy.
I found a thing. I found a thing. I found a thing.
No, buddy, don't claw at that.
I think he thinks your house is magic. Also, hey.
I mean, if you like, the yard is completely fenced in. He can run around as much as he likes.
Justin, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Do you sell any materials? Or trade?
I mean, what trade do you need? You're also my friend. I make stuff for my friends.
That's fair. I'm trying to make a focus, and I have most of what I need, but I was thinking I need some kind of metal.
I'm
She
going
is
to.
now she has just triggered your talk shop mode, by the way.
Oh yeah. And I am going to roll lore.
I feel like you just start more rambling about all of the options as you're cooking is more accurate to that, whether or not you roll or not.
I mean, in that case, I'm probably helping him cook then too,
Okay.
as we talk. And for as far as like lore goes, would I know specifically what metals are?
You know that you have to avoid anything with iron.
Okay.
You have a good base knowledge of a lot of that stuff. He is now digging into the weeds of elemental combination of metals and like he's going hard science into it, and like
I'm also bringing up new age like ideas, different natural stones and everything.
But you know traditional magic stuff because of your background. He's bringing in a lot of theoretical, experimental suggestions as well. It's kind of one of the first times you guys have gotten the chance to like both talk about this as the two probably most in the know of the group. Just talking magic and digging into the weeds of it.
Now you're planning to use bone, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's right. I know your specialty is earth. I tend to lean towards water in winter.
Water, darkness, or wind.
Water, darkness, or wind. Or all
Can
three.
I take a minor educated guess?
About?
Just kind of what I've learned about her focus and everything.
Realistically, she would probably be best with something like silver, which is heat conductive. And with that, depending on the thickness of the bone, you could either coat the bone in a silver amalgam, or you could, or not amalgam, like electroplate it basically, or you could put it in the core so it soaks in through the marrow, giving it a silver core. Either of those would integrate the silver very well, and then for decoration, she could always do like silver chain on the outside.
I also want to see about making the bone a little more sturdy.
The putting the silver inside would help with that. The problem is that silver is not a super tough metal, but putting it on the inside of the bone would provide a firm core that the bone would then be protective of. The problem is, like, most of the strengthening metals are in some way fortified with iron. So you have to find
yeah.
one that's not.
I imagine something like tungsten's pretty hard to get, so
I mean, I have a little tungsten.
you have fucking tungsten?
Why would you have
He has the
tungsten?
resources to get it. Also,
Well, my family has the resources. I don't really particularly have the much resources. I know where to get it. I can constantly get it.
well, let me see.
And tungsten is also very much used in the TIG welding.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure tungsten can just be purchased on Amazon. I'm just checking real quick.
While they're having this
Expensive, but
conversation,
yeah.
Daniel wants to excuse himself, claiming he needs to use the restroom, and then he would like to kind of try to case this place and investigate for any kind of supernatural evidence.
Oh dear God, there's two of them.
I do. This does make me just miss my my gunslinger nun.
Real quick, a 1 kilogram cube of tungsten is about $200.
Yep, fucking
You
expensive.
need less than that. Because you just need basically a tungsten core or a tungsten tube. So either of those would be more like a couple grams. Because you're only using it to create some sort of lattice for the bone and silver to protect it.
Yeah.
So, what's the size of that? There's also a 1-inch cube that's 65. So, like, it's definitely doable, and it's not, like, know. Here's a 3.5 ounces of tungsten cubes for $20.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Like, realistically, you need the weight of 2 to 3 rings worth of tungsten because you're just making a cube, like a core. Oh, I'm being told it's a little bit more than that, but either way,
Not too expensive.
depending on how you're
Doable.
using it, because especially for whatchamacallit, Justin's resources, he could purchase it for you.
With my resources, I could probably purchase it too.
Yeah, I just don't know what your resources are, and I know it was I had a longer talk about his resources, which is why I'm saying it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be achievable with a resource one. Like, as long as you have resources, it's
Yeah.
pretty available.
Mine's at 2.
I have 4,
And-
effectively.
You do have that little bonus if you need it with the mountain and everything. That
Oh yeah, that's true.
it's basically your salary. So
Anyway, the second that our new exorcist friend leaves the room, Richard just kind of like slams his hand on the table and says, "I am such an idiot."
I mean,
We
yeah,
could have told you that.
you told an exorcist to come hang out with a vampire and a fey creature.
Didn't say what you were.
No, but he's not an idiot.
Also kind of ambushed him with everything too, and it's more of a get the feet wet, don't drown them.
Where did our friend go, by the way?
He's snooping.
He's gone to use the bathroom.
Yeah, snooping. That was the same excuse I gave
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey, at least I did get what you stole back. So
I
it
didn't
was
steal
borrowed,
anything, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
So are we?
Like I said, it was borrowed.
You're
return.
casing the joint. There's
Oh.
several
she's-
locked doors
she-
that you're not
she-
able to get into.
Yeah, she said she was going to give it back, but she also said she had to go pick it up.
Yeah, it's actually still at the apartment. I said you could come get it whenever.
Ah, crap.
Do you want me to go and see if I can
So-
find him?
So, as your friend, be very careful with the wording.
Hmm?
Ambush
Pay
kind of
close
having
attention to that.
spoken,
And that's
so-
coming from the Fae.
Yes.
Thank you. Was that me? I don't know.
Burglary is used for lockpicking.
That wasn't for you.
So wait, is someone actually trying to?
Maybe.
I
Dang.
got 6 to pick the locks.
Dang.
Wow.
Nice. He's just an exorcist, guys. It's fine.
I'm just an average
Yes.
dude. I don't know why you keep thinking something's weird about me.
However,
In the name of God, I demand thee
So,
open up.
Justin, you do have wards that you have placed on your home.
I do.
What do they do, reasonably speaking? This would be leaning towards something like a force, an explosion, an alarm. What level of destruction do your wards produce?
The house blows up, we all die.
Alarm and a push.
Okay. So you get a notification, magically speaking, and you get pushed on your butt.
How actually violent is the push?
It is a firm force, kind of like running into a wall. So not devastating in any way, but for most supernatural or burglars, it would be enough to caution them to knock it off.
It actually has no effect on me.
It's enough to
I would
throw you
have
on your ass. Don't do it.
endurance that it would have no effect.
Say it again.
He's not affected, but he has a specific thing that's preventing it from affecting him. He feels it. He knows that there is something triggered.
Would this be the time to kind of call the one of this would be actually the Blessless House.
Right. So you have your bonuses and everything and your wards. Your wards are reacting. What's happening is you've been alerted he's snooping. He's picked a lock and he's tried to access one of the rooms that you don't want normal people to go into without your permission.
So can I roll conviction to have the door basically forced shut?
You're using your, let's see what you have, because I think you don't have, I just have to double check.
Well, I kind of have Bless This House, so I mean,
Yeah, but look,
technically,
you're trying to use Bless This House as if it were channeling.
right, no.
So
Because also I am a mortal, Bliss's house actually wouldn't affect me at all. I'm not a magical being. Bless's house is protection against magic. It doesn't actually protect just from a mortal being doing mortal stuff, which is all I'm doing at this point in time.
Which is why your ward's triggered, not Bless's
Right.
house.
But I'm
He's
also
also
thinking
He's
it
also
pushes. Go ahead.
I was going to say, your Methuselah protection, he doesn't wish harm upon you. He's trying to just snoop. So technically, your Methuselah is also not necessarily triggering its full force.
True. So, I mean, I'm saying the root would push him would also it be
So-
trying to force the door to stay shut.
Is your door wood, or is your door stone, or is your door like? Because remember, you have channeling earth. So, what is your door made out of that would justify that?
All doors are actually made of wood with copper hinges and a bronze doorknob. So that is actually earth.
The metal
Aiden.
is, so you can use it on the metal. So you can close the door and make it clear you're not pleased about his access, but it's not going to like hurt him. You're not
Is
going
it?
to.
Yeah, it's basically relock the door,
Have it slam ominously.
pretty much.
Would it be better for me to use athletics or endurance to get past the door?
If you're trying to sneak past the door or scoot past the door, it'd be athletics. If you're trying to physically stop the door, it's that.
Now you just unlocked the lock, right?
Right now, he just unlocked the lock and he's opening the door.
So the door would, if you did that, setting off the ward, the door would just automatically relock itself.
So that's a level of intricacy that your ward's not going to have. Your ward produces a alarm, and it produced a force blast that was non-lethal or anything, but was enough to make a stance known, more or less. So now, what's happening is he is going to roll against your channeling. So you'll use your
Conviction?
conviction plus your hammer focus to
Coffee.
and coffee.
Do you mention to any of us this is happening?
He has not verbally mentioned it, so no,
Okay.
not yet.
This is automatic, focus on.
Well,
This went off. Grab.
yeah. So
do.
now you're, yeah. So you are doing the closing right now, though. That is not automatic. The
Right.
blast-
But
yeah.
as Justin is, it is angry face. Immediately stop what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call anger.
Okay.
Coffee. My magical focus of earth, and there is no ignorance.
There is no ignorance would not apply here. That would arguably be in his favor.
Fair.
So I'm going to be using endurance to force the door open. And I am going to call, because at this point this is aggressive magic placed upon us, I'm going to call the high concept, Miles Mortalitas Malta. At this point, he has crossed the line already, and this is an active duty.
Of protecting his home?
This is protecting the home, yeah. So I can
This
also...
is
Would that
by
also be
church
called...
standards criminal magic.
Okay.
I believe this kind of goes into staying within the first law.
Yeah, but he's part of the church, not the council.
Hmm.
That's what he's arguing.
So I would get
4.
You, by council standards, you have done nothing wrong.
So I'm trying to think.
Okay, so this was his roll.
What would be my bonus? Coffee 2,
Your focus.
focus 3, home ground,
Right.
and anger. So that's 5.
Okay. So roll. Yeah. You go to like push the door, and the door seems to get heavier.
Now that I've been forced back and not allowed entry, I'm
Mhm.
wondering if it's too late to say I thought this was a bathroom.
You picked the lock.
It did pick the lock.
You absolutely picked the lock.
I mean, bathrooms have
Justin's
both.
gonna be like, all right, come on back over here.
So he just comes
You
out
have
the
been
hall that you're
warned.
in.
Sorry, what'd I do? I come back with some of the plates of.
No,
Rubens.
you're fine. Daniel, you've been warned. Come back here.
Let's
Daniel's not
chat.
even in
Ask
this room.
permission.
No, he's stepping into the hallway so that he can talk to the hallway that Daniel went down
Oh, okay.
for the
Yes.
bathroom.
I'm gonna follow him.
Might as well.
I'm going to turn to Richard and Dougler and go back to where you are. I will handle this.
Okay. Oh, can I use your kitchen to help prepare Brewer's food? He has a special diet.
Daniel will come back at this point.
Oh, I'm all for learning what the special diet is.
Fun.
I can also add to that diet if you'd like. But that's fine. I'm gonna go. What was it that you were looking for?
What is it that you're hiding? Why do you have all this dangerous security? I mean,
It's protection of my house. Now, you are a guest. You are a guest, so I do allow you to ask permission. I mean, the rules are labeled there. I'm not necessarily hiding anything.
you're not hiding maybe a lab of some kind, maybe
Do
corpses.
you want to see? Would you like to see my lab?
Yes, actually.
Okay. All you had to do was ask. All right. This is my sanctuary. This is where I prefer to be.
Is this where you bring the victims?
Anything that is brought into this house is treated with respect.
I just think it's strange that somebody was so skilled as to be able to hunt supernatural creatures. And from your own statements, they were trying to turn them into some kind of monsters, remake them, reanimate them.
That was Richard's statements. I will show you my notes on the victims that he had and what I did to provide respect for.
I'm sure you did a lot. I mean, you're the heir of Frankenstein, right?
Frankenstein.
I
But
just wonder
yes,
why no one ever looked at you for this.
I got lucky.
That somebody was there to take the fall.
There is always innocence until proven guilty.
Yeah, the guilty love to hide behind that line, don't they?
I have not broken any laws that should get me into any trouble. I choose to be careful.
Is it only the laws of man you claim to have not broken, or the laws of God?
Laws of God should not be broken. That's why we have the Ten Commandments.
If there's nothing in your lab, I'll believe you.
Would you still like to see the lab?
Yes.
Absolutely. It's actually in the closet under your feet. And I will actually open the closet door under the staircase and lift the latch that goes to the trapdoor, to the lab, to everything that is downstairs.
Daniel will go down to start investigating. Not just looking for, obvious uh, evidence of activity, but also any books or any other things that would elicit that he's in fact a dark mage of some kind.
I mean, there's definitely some questionable books. But the lab is nice, clean. You would recognize a Dybbuk box, which is a religious process. It is properly sealed.
I'm going to, of course, come down with him. I have a feeling that he's pretty good with the kitchen and everything. Yeah.
I own that kitchen.
It is now your kitchen. There's a library full of books. Like, if you really want to go through all of his books, you're gonna be there a few hours.
Just a quick preliminary scan right now. I'm not going too thorough at the moment.
He has a lot of journals, which are, dubiously, like, it's difficult to know what the contents of a journal are. But he's got plenty of just medical text. He's got plenty of religious text. He's got assorted other items like that.
Yeah.
Feel free to add if you want.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, there's lore on everything from magic to human anatomy to science fiction to Scientology, just to have this. And it's also
there would also be books on electronics and engineering, because that's also something you mentioned before.
Daniel will nod, looking at all of this, and turn towards you, put a hand on your shoulder. Listen, with everything you had done up to this point, I just had to be sure. But honestly, I forgive you. I'm glad that there's nothing wrong here. I'm glad we were able to have this talk to trust each other. And
I
he's just
look at
gonna
him and
walk past
go,
you and head back upstairs.
before he goes, I go, do I need your forgiveness or is it the forgiveness of God?
Mm.
Well, in this case, you happen to have both.
All right then. Don't break my rules again.
Don't lock your bathroom like a weirdo.
I love the gaslighting. It's amazing.
I do feel like I come out into the hall and I say, Justin, I really have to pee. Please unlock the bathroom.
It's that door over there. It's not locked.
Oh sweet, okay.
It hasn't
I
been.
keep it open.
It's never been locked.
Why would you even choose to pick the lock of someone in the bathroom? Are you a perv?
I mean,
Wow,
I
I
knocked
see
and no
you.
he's a
pee.
Catholic exorcist. So.
Oh,
I knocked first and no one answered. I just figured you accidentally locked it and closed the door, so you have to pop it open real quick. Just quick little credit card swipe and you get in.
I mean, you don't have to tell me to stop doodling myself.
Wow.
Got him.
So
It all makes so much sense now.
I mean, for all I know, maybe it's part of your supernatural culture. I'm not sure.
I mean, you do need a
He's
firm
Jewish.
shaft for a focus. Yeah, that just means we're allowed to do that. We're not going to go to hell for it.
Well,
okay.
Anyway, is the food prepared for everybody?
Yes, the food
Damn
is
right it is.
done.
All right, shall we feast? Is the dog prepared? Is the dog situated?
Oh God, are we eating the dog?
Yep.
Is the dog
No.
prepared?
Oh yeah, the dog has helpings.
Is the
Oh.
dog prepared?
Don't even joke about that.
We didn't go to a Chinese restaurant. It's fine.
so that's what you meant when you said we were going to have hush puppies.
If you do have hush puppies, it'd be Long John Silver's.
Ah, those are good hush puppies. It's true.
Yes.
They're the hush puppies.
They the hush puppies.
Now Justin is going to go into a long, drawn out, why the hush puppy is called a hush puppy.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I am rolling scholarship for this.
Oh boy. Enlighten us.
I am going to choose learned and coffee. It's a long, drawn out story.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
I'm going through my my notes. What was the other Weber brother's name?
You've not been told.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you slept with someone and you don't know their name.
That's a second
Kinky.
date sort of thing. There is a sandwich for them as well, though.
A sandwich starts getting floated and eaten.
Oh,
It was everything I hoped for.
Is this new?
Have you ever made him food?
I mean, yeah, I'm not a dick to my not brother. I
He has
have made
never
him.
implied that he needed food.
I
have you-
still I gave him half my sandwiches all the
How does-
time when I was a kid.
how does it feel being replaced by a one night stand?
If you have fed him, you have seen this before.
I have fed him before. I'm
He
not.
has specifically required it to be given to him, though. This
Interesting.
was prepared for him, so he is taking it.
Yes, okay.
Oh, so you aren't talking at your butt.
It's kind of interesting how it just kind of disappears bit by bit.
I have
Almost
no
like he's
idea how
eating
it looks to you all, but I imagine it's everything I hoped for.
At least I don't
was
have
it
to see
everything
it.
you hoped for?
Probably. And judging by your actions, yes, it was.
I'm guessing you won't need half my sandwich this time, then?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, he's welcome to it.
You just say he's welcome to my sandwich.
I mean, technically, we did prepare it.
Huh. So you could have gave him Richard's coffee this morning.
That was my
It's true, I
coffee.
could have, actually.
The ghost speaks, so Shay can hear. Coffee means I have to pick up the cup. It's harder.
Yeah. And
Is
it gets
it?
everywhere.
Hey, bro. Just
Yeah?
saying yeah doesn't tell them what I said.
I know that.
I
But I
wasn't-
didn't know if you wanted to
You're
share
gonna-
it with them. Okay.
I was
He
sharing
said that
my
cough.
Is it like? And this is just pure fascination. Is it like? Does it have to be like organic or something?
No. I am going to ingest the entirety of what I am lifting.
Oh.
If I lift up a coffee cup, it's more energy than drinking it from a straw.
Okay.
So what did he say?
I
So
share
if you
what
ever-
he.
If you ever make him coffee, make sure to put a straw in it.
Oh, okay, so I gotta order edible straws. Sounds like a plan.
He also really likes ice cream.
And cheesecake.
And cheesecake, yes. Absolutely, and cheesecake. Richard actually looks a little bit disturbed by the fact that, yeah, he's kind of being replaced. It's not a good feeling.
Daniel's just wondering why the food isn't falling on the floor like it did in the movie Casper.
Yeah, it's horrifying, isn't it?
I'll go grab a broom if it happens.
I finish up my meal quickly and go out to like the balcony or something.
Okay, so you ate your half the sandwich.
I ate my full goddamn sandwich.
He had a sandwich made for him. He didn't.
Yeah, he doesn't need a sandwich and a half. He gets an
He
entire
also-
sandwich to himself.
As he became more of an adult, he also stopped taking food from you,
Yeah.
unless it was above and beyond your meal.
Yeah.
So. Brewer is chowing down on his food. For the record, you guys saw Dougler make 5 pounds of meat for this puppy.
You are going to go bankrupt even with our resources.
Well, his diet alone is -1 resource. With our salary, I have 3
Part of this
resources.
is you realizing how much you're going to be spending, because that's one of 3 meals.
I don't envy the poops you have to pick up.
Yeah.
And when he looks over, when they look over your shoulder and look at you, you make sure you stare them right back. Make sure to let them know that you're keeping an eye on them.
Already will do.
Like, just putting things in reference, a normal human might have half a pound of meat for a meal, maybe a pound, unless they're actively going for something large. Like 5 pounds of meat.
Now here's the question: did you make him 5 pounds of meat because you had to make him 5 pounds of meat, or you decided to make him 5 pounds of meat because he enjoys meat?
This was in the instructions he was given on how much to feed this dog.
Yeah,
There's
he
lots
has
of fruits and veggies in there.
On top of the 5 pound of meat, he has 2 full servings of vegetable, which is another 2 to 4 cups, and then fruit, which is 1 serving. Now, some of the cost is mitigated because he's also supposed to have organ meat and organ, like liver, heart, lungs. That stuff's cheaper.
That stuff
Yeah, if you
is
have to budget,
delicious
you-
for dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So, now
Yeah.
I do suggest we all sit around and play some games, and we can kind of come out into the open about everything that we may have done or what we have done.
Wow, that's really easy for you to say.
Richard is currently still on the balcony unless someone goes and gets him.
That's fine.
Why are you on the second floor? It would be a patio.
He's sulking.
Patio, same difference. Keep in mind, I will say this much: they're from Canada. Split level housings are normal. It's also not abnormal to have a split level house in Seattle. In which case, a first floor could have a balcony.
Bro. But those are really nice, too. They've got a really great design. So yeah. I'm gonna turn to Daniel and go, so you've done research on my background and everything. Care to explain why you kind of felt that way? I'm not ashamed.
Is it supposed to be like 2 truths and a lie or something?
Oh, I love that game. I'm so good at it.
Again, 2 truths and 1 lie, not 3 lies.
You're just not good at guessing.
All I know about any of you is what you've told me or what your friends told me.
What did he tell you about us?
I mean, before all this, not too much, but both of you have heard the conversations we've had up to this point.
I mean, we can
You
play
know.
2 truths and a lie. I like that game.
Are priests even
I've never
allowed to
played it
lie?
before.
Huh?
Are priests even allowed to lie?
I mean,
Technically, he's not a priest. He's still allowed to, do it.
But we won't want to ruin his chances. Tempting
I'm
him
not
to
a priest
sin.
yet, and context does matter. This would be, of course, for a game, and I assume at some point confess. Assuming if it's 2 truths and a lie, I have to reveal what the lie is, correct?
Yes, admittedly.
So if I'm
Well-
confessing, then it's fine.
I don't like lying. Though I don't mind bullshit.
That's just painting it a different color, but alright.
Well, no, I mean, it's essentially the truth. So, anyway.
We're not playing 2 truths and a slightly skewed version of the truth. It's
Well, you guys figure out the rule. Justin is going to go to the restroom real quick.
Don't.
And
You
take
have
Brewer
beef
out for,
or-
out to go, take a dookie.
Okay.
Well, he's gone now.
Yeah.
He took my dog.
He did take your dog. You just let it happen.
White.
I mean, he has a lot more space if he honestly wants to keep that dog here. I mean,
You come back with a Franken dog. Good job. A Frankenweenie.
there's barely enough room in that door, man. Like,
Frankenhound.
I don't think he's gonna zombify your dog. It's
All right. Hear me out. Extra dimensional doghouse.
How would that work?
like bigger on the inside.
Yeah, like
a Dardis, if you will.
Yeah, like a TARDIS.
A Dardis.
A Dardis.
It's a dog Tardis.
A dog TARDIS.
Hey, sorry, would Derek know anything about the Never Never?
Not really, other than you might know there's another parallel realm. I don't think your history very much would lead to that.
Okay. So we're gonna turn my dog into a Time Lord, is what you're saying.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I'm curious to see who his companion is. Ah, you're the companion.
Yeah, you're the companion.
Uh,
And
Caleb,
you're
which
gonna-
companion am I?
You're I like season 1 companion the most.
Like OG season 1 or the
Yes.
reboot
Yes.
season 1? Okay.
The daughter.
That was the granddaughter.
Granddaughter.
Yeah, I know of it. I don't have to actually watch season 1.
Well, now we have to watch Doctor Who.
Wait,
that,
was the
honestly.
OG companion Sherman or Peabody?
Peabody was the dog.
Oh, he's just Peabody and you're the boy.
Ah, god damn it. I much prefer the doctor.
Too late. It's far too late now.
Wait, but they didn't have interdimensional space.
They could have whatever they wanted.
They did travel through time.
Mm-hmm.
True. But I see through time, not travel it. Unless you're trying
Speak
to
of, would you like a
concept
fate
for
point?
it. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now, real quick, did Brian just run to walk his dog?
Yeah, I think he was elaborating that he was disappearing.
Yes, Brewer did take a massive crap.
Okay. So, it fell on the your dog and Justin come back. And you start seizing. Your
Oh, lovely.
puppy is freaking the fuck out because daddy's having something hurt him and doesn't know what. Your puppy straight up starts crying.
God damn it.
I'm not. I'm gonna just
Daniel was-
make sure to roll them on their side.
Daniel would start providing medical aid. He seems like he's actually knows what
So
he's
on-
doing when he goes to help him.
I mean, the dog can go over to him anyway. I mean, I'm not going to have the dog on a leash on my property.
No, the dog is not freaking out because it can't get to him. The dog is freaking out because it doesn't know what's happening to it.
It's not trained to respond yet.
This is the first response it's ever seen. Dougler, You
Yes.
see a large, you can't tell if it's a gemstone, maybe it's a pearl, whatever it is. It's a good, like, 3 or 4 fist size. You see it resting on a nice display. It's got some soft cushioning that's very nice around it. It's got like, it's sitting in like a golden bowl almost. And it starts to get engulfed in shadow. And then the next part of the vision is that bowl, and its soft like filling is knocked over and strewn across a marble floor. And then you wake up.
Just have them like make sure to tilt their head to the side so they don't bite their tongue or choke or anything.
Mhm.
Use your dog for stability.
Yeah, you like have the dog like by their side.
I'm gonna roll human anatomy.
I will also add that you got the distinct feeling of it being cold.
It being what?
Cold.
Cold.
Like the smell of fresh fallen snow, stuff like that.
Derek's gonna reach out and just kind of pet her, like, "Hey, I'm okay, buddy."
Your puppy is very, very concerned. Your puppy is on you. Your puppy is nuzzling you. Your puppy is like, "What did I do? What did happen? What are you like?" It is not a happy puppy right now.
The hell happened?
I saw the future.
Again.
So not a normal seizure then.
Well, my seizures are future seizures.
What did you see?
There's this large gemstone or pearl. It was honestly kind of hard to see. It was in this bowl resting on a display someplace with light on it. It started to get encased in shadow. Then the bowl was knocked down, and the pearl was knocked down as well, or just the bowl?
The bowl. So it was like on top of bowl. It had internal stuff like decoration filling or something, and both things got knocked over.
Yeah, that was. And the bowl was knocked over, and the stone was gone, and it was cold.
What did the stone look like?
Might have been gemstone. Might have just been a giant pearl. Jared's gonna hold up his hands like about 3 fist size.
You didn't see anything in the area around it or the room, any distinguishing marks?
Did I see anything like that?
You saw a marble floor, and you saw the table or area was fairly decorated.
There's a marble
Let
floor
me
in the
symbols that you might have recognized on the table?
Samara?
There were no symbols that you could see. I will give you this picture to give you an idea of the size.
Oh, so it's roughly an ostrich egg size.
Yeah.
Like, there's decorations, but no symbols or anything like that.
Someone's making a
Question.
giant omelet. You just caught him. Yeah.
I have a question. I would like to make a lore roll as part of this question. Question being, does this sound like are dragon eggs like gemstones or anything?
They can be incredibly unique.
Um, may I make a lore roll to see how much about such uniqueness I know? Whoops, that's not what I needed to do. And I will call Supernatural Scholar.
Okay.
We'll call the Dewey Decimal System and coffee and make a scholarship to see if I can find a book.
Yeah, I'll call Coffee too.
All right.
See.
There.
Oh,
mean, I
that's
could
like
call
the
it
best
dinner.
I've rolled ever.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
I've never rolled that high.
You know that a key to it being a dragon egg or anything like something like that, it would need to be opaque so that it's not like see-through. So that would be a detail you probably want to ask about.
Was it opaque?
It was.
Yeah. Because if it's like pearlish, then yeah, it'd be opaque.
Huh. Well, this really worries me, because she mentioned darkness and cold, and that sounds like a dragon's egg.
Are we going to be calling the representative of the mountain to say the dragon egg might be missing?
It sounds like something to warn about if it hasn't happened yet.
Wait, you all deal at the mountain?
Pretty sure we
Yeah, we were
clarified
hired
that
by
we
him.
work for the mountain.
It's not actively clarified, actually.
Oh, I mentioned it as we were going to the car.
You-
I asked them, should we talk to the representative if we were going to bring him in to work?
Fair for him to have missed that, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it was said out loud.
Okay.
Derek's
as,
going to pull up the magic phone.
As Alexandre mentioned, we've been deputized.
So, as I've already kind of done the
Guys,
lore in the past, now you're part of the winter, right?
Yes.
You mentioned cold.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it out loud, but Maeve is definitely worried it might have to do with it definitely sounds like a winter fae. But doesn't know that for certain. and
I
is
will
really
remind
hoping
you
not.
that it is also currently autumn.
Oh, maybe it just happens in the winter.
Still something to look out for.
Yeah, when someone's I know I'd be upset if I had a kid go missing, so
So which of you was actively calling?
Derek.
The Sasquatch answers. Yes.
Hi, this is Derek Weber. I just had a vision that I think is related to the mountain. And I'm just gonna describe what I saw.
And you saw it go missing.
Yeah, I saw it get engulfed in shadows, then the bowl was knocked over and it was gone.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna go mention that. Let us know if you see or hear anything else about that,
Will do.
please. All right. He quickly hangs up. It does not take much for you to realize he's going to your boss and going, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!"
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Better we warned them. Probably should have had more. Usually they don't believe. I had a hunch, but maybe something good will come of it.
Yeah,
It,
they
it's a-
normally don't, but it's one of those things like if you're told your baby's not breathing, whether or not you believe it, you're gonna go check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
Hopefully,
just kind of saying like, "This is a new feeling. People are listening to my visions.
yeah.
I
Which
don't
is
know
why
what to do from here."
I'm hopeful something good will come of it. It's bold to steal from the mountain.
it would
I
have
love
to
it.
be.
Told to steal from anyone.
Well, it's a lot easier to steal from people than you think. It's different when the person that can deliver retribution is more powerful than you expect.
I
I
imagine
mean, he's a
it would
motherfucking
have-
dragon.
yeah, I would
Probably a
imagine-
dragon, yes.
It's a demon.
Dragons have been called that before, yes.
No, I mean the mountain. The mountain's a demon. It's
Mhm.
churches. Records on this.
Okay.
I mean, when I hear dragon, wait, I guess it depends on where they're from. Because like, if they're from like,
That's
know,
why
East
I
Asia.
said it's just kind of it does fall under that characterization from a certain perspective. I'm not going to argue his feelings on it.
fair.
You guys have heard different people refer to the mountain as different things.
Yeah.
You just kind of also accepted that it's a dragon because one of the sorority sisters called it one.
It sounds like a dragon.
Positive nature in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just nature has a soul.
Well, whether they're a nature spirit or an underworld spirit, I'd still be worried about my kid.
I mean, regardless, you all have to be careful. The mountain is an evil entity. You don't want to associate with such a thing.
So what has it done that's been considered evil?
I mean, for starters, murder on a scale beyond the comprehension of most.
Isn't
murder
the
who?
isn't the pot calling the kettle black in this situation?
The fact that you're attempting to equate an entire organization to one thing should actually reinforce what I mean when I say that.
Okay. So if I were to say the Pope during World War II helped allow Nazis to round up Jews for being murdered, would that still equate to my phrasing?
I make no claims that anyone is beyond reproach, and I do not defend those actions. But if your only argument is it's not evil because others are also evil, I don't.
No, that wasn't my
No,
argument.
that's
That wasn't my
what-
argument at all. I was saying, "Thee who were without sin should cast the first stone." So, basing basing that the mountain should be evil because Catholic doctrine says so. The Catholics have murdered plenty in their existence, countless, thousands, millions even.
I do not claim that just having faith absolves you of sin. I
Okay.
have never stated such a thing.
I'm just
I mean,
you are basing this on association, so
The
we
mountain,
shouldn't
as a
associate.
specific entity, has committed heinous crimes. It has murdered. It has enslaved. It has.
These are all
done
things. These are all
terrible
things that
acts.
have been done and condoned by the Catholic Church as well. So if like the organization that we work for are the representatives of the mountain, and you're telling us we should be careful because the things he's done, it makes it evil. I'm saying these are the same things that the Catholic Church has done throughout history. So what makes them not evil by comparison?
I am not
It's the law of
advocating any
nature.
of you to work for the Catholic Church.
No, but you're working for the Catholic Church. So should we be telling you to stop doing that?
I mean, if that is your desire, I would understand why.
You
You are
would-
correct that there are members of my own faith that have done horrendous things, and that
What I'm saying
is
is your
something-
organization as a whole has condoned it.
I just. You all don't seem like bad people.
You don't know me very well.
Perhaps. But I don't know if you fully understand what dealing with these things can lead to.
I don't like the T word.
Let's just,
Temptation?
Things.
let's just all agree not to judge a book by its cover, yeah?
It always takes a couple of chapters beforehand.
It's true.
Brewer is watching the air around Daniel and Weber, the brother, is making bunny ears behind Daniel.
He's just eating
Devil
popcorn the whole
horns.
time.
Devil horns, mimicking his mouth moving with its hand.
So I'm gonna actually roll
Well, the power
scholarship
conviction is
and start
palpable here
quoting
right now.
the Bible in different verses of laws of nature and the earth and everything. Basically creation.
I don't feel that
So the vampire,
necessary.
the Frankenstein, and the Catholic start the beginning of a joke.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the punchline.
Brewer is still very worried about Dad.
Yeah, Darren's just kind of patting him like, yeah, I'm okay, buddy.
He is
So things
watching
happen.
the ghost, but he is not moved from Derek.
I'm gonna. This has already been noted as the as like the safest place to use something like the site.
Yes.
Does
We
that go
have
for
used
soul
it
gaze?
in his home before.
Yeah. Does
So-
that?
A soul gaze would require you to meet Derek's eyes.
So
All right.
we didn't talk about that before by doing the soul gaze within the how much power he would actually he would actually see.
Using a soul gaze, you see someone's true self, period.
Fair.
All right. Derek,
But I'm talking to sight.
Yeah.
I would like to try something with you, if you will allow me. I want to stare into your soul and make sure it's not, like, all scraped up.
Who are you saying this to?
To...
Daniel?
Me? Or-
Yes.
Yeah, you said Derek
Okay.
initially.
I said it. Sorry.
Daniel, do you consent to a soul gaze?
No, wait, wait, what?
Who are you trying to do, Derek or Daniel? Derek is Dougler.
Yeah, Derek. Because
Okay.
he was the one. He was the one that I want to make sure that nothing bad happened to him when he was having the seizure.
Sure, I guess so. Don't mind.
All right, I will do soul gaze.
Okay. Dougler.
Yes.
How traumatic was your PTSD from being attacked by black court vampires? On a
Oh, it
scale
was
of 1 to 10.
bad.
I assume that also leaves scars and everything on you, and along with
Yep.
years
Things also would be
of
on his arm.
having people believe you, think you're a liar, exaggerating. Shay,
Yeah.
you see all of that trauma when you soul gaze into him.
I even get black core vampires from that.
Yes.
Wow.
You understand this is a guy who has been attacked, who has been traumatized, almost turned into a Renfield. And that weighs on him. It's almost like a shroud just around his core being, which at his core, he's a guy who's righteous and wants to protect people with legality. Because even though all of that physical trauma happened, he also got fucked over later because of legality. It's almost like a visage of a scale behind him as it weighs his conviction against his trauma.
What do I get from her?
So from her, you see a flickering image. It's not as solid because for her, she's of two worlds. You can almost see the Never Never coming around and into this world around her. And it's flickering between a very studied, powerful mage. And then on the other side, you see this ethereal woman coated in winter garments that are elegant and accentuating, along with her glistening wing. And there's little specks around her, almost like links to other fae folk. She's also got a crown, specifically a tiara style. or a circlet type. And it just kind of flickers. Sometimes it's both at the same time. Sometimes it's one side. Sometimes it's the other. It's just almost constantly changing.
You know, I just wanted to make sure you were alright, and I did not for a moment think that this might make two truths and a lie a little bit more difficult for us.
Yeah. Guess saw more of me than expected.
Yeah. Are you alright? That's a stupid question, I know.
I'll manage. Always do.
Well, you picked a good partner to share your burden with, and I give the dog a scritch behind the ear.
It accepts scritches, but it very much is like, Daddy. Daddy needs me. I need Daddy. Daddy can't do this. Why is Daddy hurting?
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Derek's gonna
I'm sure he
make the
can
dog
see it
look
too.
up. Yeah. Derek's gonna make sure Brewer looks right at him like, I'm okay. These things happen. It's gonna be fine, okay, buddy?
That dog has the look of conviction like this will never happen again.
I do lean close to Brewer and I say, if it happens to, you're going to need to support him, okay? Make sure he stays on his side and does not bite down on his tongue, okay? Good boy.
As this is going on, Justin goes, whatever money we throw in the air, whatever God wants, he keeps.
Now, I will say it is 9:40. We're probably at a decent stopping point.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be able to pick up again and let you guys set up your stuff for the fraternity pledge and wrap this up. Any questions or concerns at this point?
Mm-mm.
No, I think we're still good. We still got a couple. I mean, in game, we got a week so we can get all that stuff done. Do some more research before everything. So we're good.
All right.
Derek has set up a meeting.
Which of you can send that to me in Discord so I have a note about the meeting? That'd be appreciated.
Sure.
Any other business before we conclude?
This is fun.
Alrighty, well, that being
Agreed.
said, thank you everybody who popped in to watch, folks in chat who said hello. Thank you for stopping by. Once again, this is the Fated Seattle Files, a Dresden Files RPG game using the Fate Core system. We'll be back next Sunday at 6:30 instead of the time we thought it was, which was 7, but we're on top of it now. So we'll be able to start on time again next week, and we will see you then. Have a great night.
We're professionals.
We're professionals. Bye.
Professional.